Welcome to Secrets to Alignment with Savannah Schaffer. I am here to equip you with the belief and energy to make your dreams a reality. Take this time to fill your cup and align with the most vibrant version of you. Welcome back to the Secrets to Alignment podcast with your host, Savannah Schaffer. I am so happy to be here. Life has honestly just been feeling like a fucking movie lately, and I am just feeling so grateful and amazed at what I have created and what I get to do on a daily basis. And the way that I am living right now is exactly the way that I have been journaling about for years and years and years of my life. And I just really wanted to share a really honest podcast with you guys today, because this is the way that you will stop pushing your dreams and your goals away from you and instead start magnetizing them to you. And then all of a sudden you look around and you realize, holy shit, I'm literally living my dream life. And it feels really cool, really good to say that. And I know that some people listening right now, you may be in a space where you do not feel like you're living your dream life. Maybe you're not in the job that you wish that you were in. Maybe you don't have the relationship that you wish that you had. Maybe you don't have the car. Maybe you don't have the finances, the abundance, all of the things that you are so desperately calling in, wishing for, constantly trying to manifest and bring into your life. And if that is you right now, I just want you to know that I completely understand and I fully relate and I get it. And I feel like being in that spot right there, it's so hard to trust. It's so hard to trust that someday, one day, things are going to get better. Someday, one day, things are going to be the life that you desperately wanted, that you've been trying to manifest. And it can feel like you're just in this cyclical loop every single month by month, thinking that nothing is really changing, when external things may be taking some time to catch up. But I know internally, through listening to my podcast, listening to Mel Robbins, listening to Jay Shetty, listening to all the people who you are constantly fueling your beautiful mind with, I know that with time, you are going to end up living in your dream life. But sometimes time is really all that it takes. And a lot of times, there's some other things that are also contributing to why you're feeling stuck, why you're feeling overwhelmed, why you're constantly overthinking and spiraling and just not actually seeing the results that you'd like. And that's what I want to dive into today. But first and foremost, I want to remind you that these things do not happen overnight, okay? They do not just magically appear and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, on this specific day, this year, I started living my dream life. Like, it's not like that. It's something that takes so much time, so much repetition, and honestly, years of your life. And I think that that right there is the commitment that you kind of have to make if you want to go on this journey. Like, if you want to create a life that most people could only dream of having, you have to be willing to do the work that most people are not going to do. And I don't just mean like the physical quote unquote work. What I actually am talking about is the internal work, because your internal reality is what is creating your external reality, and you have the power to change what is going on and what is going through your mind every single day, every single moment in time. You have the ability to monitor that and control it and decide where your attention goes, because where your attention goes is where energy will flow. It is where you will manifest the things that you are thinking about. So for example, if you're constantly thinking worst case scenario, you're constantly thinking things are not going to work out for you, down to the simplest of things of like, fuck, we're going to be late, or damn, I'm going to miss that one event, or it's not going to work out like I thought that it was, or of course I didn't get that job. Like I knew that that was going to happen. When you're in that pessimistic mindset, that scarce mindset, that lack mindset, that poverty mindset, you are going to attract more of that. And I feel like if you've been listening to this, you probably get that by now. But what we don't realize is how much of those conversations are actually happening down underneath the surface, like unconsciously. They're just like kind of running consistently because that's what we've been grown up around. Every single person around us typically are not on this wavelength. Like to get into this vibration of abundance and like this high frequency of peace and joy and fulfillment, it takes years and years of practice. And I think that there are people who actually like think they're like, yeah, like I'm a positive person. But like then you actually get to know them and you're like, girl, like you're literally constantly assuming that the fucking worst is gonna happen. No, you're not thinking positively. But that's the disconnect there, is people think that, oh, well, like if I just wake up and I say my affirmations and if I can just like put on a smile and fake it till I make it, then I'm going to get to where I want to go. And I'm super sorry to break it to you, my love, but that's just not how it fucking works. Like there is real internal work that needs to be done so that you legit are pulling up these weeds that have been deep inside you for years and years of your life. You have to pull those bitches up. You got to pull those bitches up by the root so that they're no longer festering inside of you, creating these thought patterns, creating these belief systems, creating your current reality. Okay. And I will also say that, you know, sometimes it is a mind, or sometimes it is a time game. Sometimes it's just a little lag before what you're feeling internally manifests externally, and you have to be patient. That is like the hardest part of this journey. I feel like trusting and patience is the hardest part of actually embarking on creating a fucking movie like life. Like it is so challenging to get to that point because it takes so much patience, it takes so much perseverance, and it takes a lot of trust. And so many of us are wired to not trust that things are working out for us. We're wired to not believe in ourselves, in our worth, in our enoughness, and knowing that we bring things to the table. Like we're just naturally grown up typically in environments where that's not really fostered. And a lot of our parents are kind of living unconsciously. And this isn't to shame them or to talk shit or whatever, but like that's just the reality. Like the reality is there's a lot of people who are simply asleep to the game of life. And once you wake up and you realize that you actually do have so much control and you decide, I'm not going to be a fucking victim to my circumstances, and instead I'm going to change how I am feeling internally to create the results that I desire externally, that is when things change for you. But again, that is a journey that is challenging to embark on. And I really want to make sure that you guys understand that these things do not happen overnight, but they are absolutely worth it to master and to figure out, because then you get to live your dream life. Then your life becomes a movie. And I will say right now, life is so much better when you're actually enjoying it and you're not constantly thinking so negatively and like picking things apart and assuming the worst case scenario. Like life is actually so fun when you live in fairyland. And that is where I fucking live, okay? I live in magical fairyland where everything is working out for me. Everything is happening in my favor. Everything that is mine will not miss me. I trust fully, no matter what happens in my life, I trust fully that I'm being guided. And I have had some really crazy things happen. And it's taken me so long to get to this point where I actually trusted that. And I remember when I first started to get into a lot of this like deeper work, the trusting aspect was the hardest because I kept looking back at my past and was like, How was the universe looking out for me when this happened? How was the universe looking out for me when this happened? Like, and I was kind of being a victim at that point in time, being like, I can't believe these things fucking happened to me. Like, I hate that this is the things that happened to me. And I was just like getting so in my head about those things. And it was really challenging for me to see that, wow, like actually I learned so much through those lessons. I experienced so much, and now I'm able to help others through that exact same type of situation or whatever that it is. You can always change your perspective on the events in your life. And I feel like when you do that, you actually unblock a lot of the blessings that are actually coming to you. Right now, your subconscious mind is what's running the show. So your subconscious mind, it is what runs 95% of your life. It's your thoughts, it's your behaviors, it's your reactions, it's your emotions. It's literally 95% of your life, okay? And then the other 5% is your your conscious mind, okay? So this is where I want to make sure that I'm not losing you, because I feel like as soon as I bring in the word subconscious, your brain is probably like, what the fuck is she talking about? So I want to make sure that I'm really breaking this down for you. But your subconscious brain was created in your childhood, okay? And I want you to actually like take a moment without judgment, but to actually think about your childhood. Thinking about what you experienced from 0 to 7, 8, 9, 10. I want you to actually take a moment to think about that time in your life. Who were you around? Who raised you? Who was involved? What parents were present? Were they emotionally present? This is where a lot of us have grown up in households where we didn't have an emotionally available parent. Maybe your dad worked a lot and didn't give you the love and the guidance and the care and acknowledgement that you needed. Maybe your mom was drinking and so she was not able to actually be present with you. Maybe your grandparents were raising you, but they had a lot on their plates. So they weren't actually able to be present. Like, there's so many different things. Maybe you moved a lot. Maybe you had a lot of inconsistency in your life. Maybe you watched your parents go down these rabbit holes of trying to be consistent and then they fell off of things. Maybe you watched your parents not take care of their bodies. Every single thing that you experience as a child, you soak up like a sponge. And it is because your brain is in this state called theta. That theta state is where your brain is the most impressionable, okay? Nowadays, where our brain is the most impressionable as an adult is like right before we're going to sleep and right when we wake up. That's why it's really, really important to cultivate incredible practices around your morning and nightly routines so that you actually are fueling your brain with really great thoughts at that point in time during the day, because it's when you're the most influential. But as a child, your most influential time was when you were literally like 6, 7, 8 years old, even before that. But a lot of us don't have memory before. My earliest memories personally go back to like me being 3 years old, which is really early for most people. But even that, if you have like holes in your childhood where you don't fully remember things, that is also something that I've heard this from so many people. I would look into that. Like I would actually, your brain is blocking out something is what is going on there. Your brain is wanting you to forget something because maybe it wasn't safe or it wasn't good for you. Something was potentially going on during those times that you can't exactly remember. So your brain's trying to keep you safe by not recalling those things. But I digress. Those things that you experienced, okay, if you experience a lot of chaos, a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing, a lot of yelling in your household, this is a good one. If you experienced having to like constantly emotionally regulate like your parents, maybe you played kind of the person in between your parents where you like made the peace, or maybe you felt like you had to walk on eggshells, or maybe your parents like were kind of all over the place and you didn't know what version of them you were actually going to get that day. Those are all experiences that have you constantly questioning, constantly overthinking, thinking deeply of like, did I do something wrong? Like, why is he not talking to me? Like, what did I do today? Like, you're starting to get into your head a lot, and that is what creates this overthinking, overanalyzing, doubting, second guessing, maybe insecure, needing validation type of mentality. So now you're seeking all of these things external to you because you don't actually know how to feel safe, how to feel loved, how to feel enough, how to feel worthy in your own body. Okay. And please let me know if this is resonating with you right now. If you're like starting to have any gears turn in your mind, like please go send me a message, because I had one girl reach out to me today, my girl Kaylin, and she was like, Savannah, I'm listening to your episode and like, I am absolutely loving this. I needed to hear this so badly. And I was like, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to send that message. I had another girl tag me on Instagram and say that she loved the last episode that I posted as well. And just hearing your guys' feedback, like, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have no idea. Like, I'm smiling so big right now. You have no idea what that does for me, because it makes me like legit, this is my purpose, to help you guys get these gears turning and be like, oh my fucking gosh, what? Like, how did I not understand this beforehand? Okay, but now that we're starting to understand this, now you understand, okay, these things have been affecting me. And instead of throwing a pity party for yourself, instead of like playing the victim of like, I wish that my parents were blah, blah, blah. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to blame. We're not going to shame. We're not going to make people feel guilty for what they were doing. Because at the end of the day, your parents were only doing their best and they were doing what their parents showed them. So this is not like a bad thing. It's actually amazing, because if you didn't experience that, you would not be listening to this podcast right now. Like, you literally would not be on this journey of trying to better yourself if you didn't have a childhood that maybe needed bettering or whatever. So I'm happy that you're starting to understand and recognize these things, but now you have the power. Now the power is in your hands. Once you're aware of these things, you can actually start to change them. Every single thing begins at the state of awareness. So the next time that you start to doubt, the next time that you start to question, the next time that you start to get in your head, this is where I need you to like slow the fuck down. And I just now did a whole masterclass on this, so you need to go listen to that. But I need you to slow yourself down and like calm yourself so that you're not spiraling, because that spiral is what is creating more chaos, more inconsistency, and the results that you don't want out of life. So the more in coherence you can become, the more grounded, the more connected that you can become, the better your life will be. But it's going to take you doing this work of facing these things, starting to connect these dots and understanding, holy shit, like, this is why it's hard for me to trust people. This is why it's hard for me to trust that the universe is actually looking out for me. All of these dots that you can start to connect will legit change your life. And this is the kind of work that I do with every single one of my clients. Like in Tranquil Minds is my community where I am about to launch a huge course for them. Okay, usually I sell this course for anywhere from like $444 up to $1,000. And I am giving away this course completely for free to help you rewire your subconscious brain and also learn how to manifest the life of your dreams and start taking action towards it. I'm giving it away completely for free to the people who are in Tranquil Minds. So if you know, like, this shit is resonating so hard and I understand and like I need to dive into this deeper, you guys can get it right now for $44 a month. Like, guys, I am legit, like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, my biggest mission in life is making these things that I have learned the most accessible to you as absolutely possible, because it actually changed my entire reality. Like, it is the reason why I have the freedom, the peace, the fulfillment, like a job that I actually fucking love. Like sitting there at my laptop in a coffee shop and being like, wow, I actually fucking love doing this. Like, this is so cool. No matter what project I'm working on, I feel so fully in alignment. And that feels so good. I have a beautiful relationship. You guys, like, I don't brag about him enough, but oh my goodness. I am so obsessed with my motherfucking man. I'm so beyond obsessed. Everybody else knows it. Everyone in my life is like, Sav, like, but I'm obsessed. Like, I just love him so much. And we have a beautiful relationship. We have a beautiful family. And we have so much just like happening and flourishing. And life is like a movie. And I want your life to feel like that. Like, I understand what it's like to be in that phase of life where you're like, I just want things to fucking change. And like, I'm ready for more. I'm ready for more peace. I'm ready for more freedom. I want to enjoy my life more. I want better friendships. I want better people in my life. I want to actually like feel what it's like to be alive in this world and enjoying things and not constantly in your head and overthinking and doubting and like not having the reality that you want. Like, I get it, babe. Like, I have been there. I've absolutely been there and I know how it feels. But this is the kind of stuff that will legit change your life. And once you start to dive into all of this, you really gain an understanding of exactly how to shift what's going on internally, your external reality. You will start to literally attract opportunities that you have always wanted. This is exactly how I attracted the one opportunity where a woman flew me out of Las Vegas into Texas and paid for my entire trip to come have me speak at an event of hers. Like, these are the kinds of things that will randomly come about in your life when you get into an alignment, when you actually focus on your internal world and you start manifesting the things you truly desire. And I'm going to teach you every single thing that I have learned over the last 8 years of immersing myself into this work, and I'm giving it away to you guys for free inside Tranquil Minds. So if you want to join us, the promo is about to end. Like, as soon as this episode goes live, you have maybe 4 days to get in. I think that we're going to be shutting the doors on Thursday. So I need you to message me immediately or go ahead and just click the link down below and join Tranquil Minds, like right now, if you want to have access to that course, because we are launching off a 7-week program inside Tranquil Minds, like the week following, okay? So you need to be in there immediately if you want to be a part of this, because it's going to be so fucking special, so transformational. And I know that if you listen to this podcast, like, girl, the results that you've had already just from listening, they're about a 10x. They will fucking change everything in your reality. I want you there. I need you there. I want to support you, and I want to hear what you guys are going through and what aha moments that you're having. And I'm beyond excited for you. So yes, go ahead and join that. If you have questions about it, message me on Instagram. My DMs are always open. Send me a voice memo. Like, I am your girl. I am your friend. I got you. And I just want to see you fucking live your movie dream life like I am right now, because it's really fun. Like, you know, life is really, really fun right now. And I'm just enjoying it so much. And I just think that everyone else should be in that same era. Like, we should all be feeling like that fucking bitch. We should all be feeling like this is our season. We should be going into this upcoming year not new year, new me bullshit. Like, no, literally I've changed my identity. Like, hi, hello, I'm a new human being. That's the kind of fucking vibes that we're on. And when you're in this community, that is what happens in your life. You get the fucking huge promotions. You get your dream job, like legit. The dream relationship. These girls are getting engaged in this group chat. Like, I'm fucking obsessed. Love, love, love. I want to see you in there. I want you to have those same results, and I'm so excited for you. So if you'd like to join us, go ahead, click the link below. I really hope that this resonated with you. And if you have questions about anything that I spoke on, please clarify. The best way to learn is to actually like understand. If you don't fucking understand, you're not going to learn, you're not going to grow, and you're not going to become the person that you want to become. So ask questions. Let me know what's resonating. Let me know what aha moments you're having. Leave me a rating and a review down below. That would mean truly the world if you can please do that. It helps more people see this podcast. And you guys know that this podcast, it needs to go to fucking crazy places. We all know this now. All right. I appreciate you. I love you guys so much. I'm sending you so much love and healing and great vibes for the next couple months here coming up, the holiday season. And I will talk to you next Monday. Mwah.